On Tuesday, April 9th, roll call, please.
Gary Paul,
You got him.
Jay Krieger,
Yep.
Kelly Service,
Here.
John Burnett,
Here.
and Joanne Euclid. So,
Pledge of allegiance, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, action on the agenda. Any corrections or additions?
I don't
Need
have
a
any.
motion?
Move to approve.
Second.
First and a second, all in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, motion carried. Actions on the minute of March 5th, 2024.
Move to approve.
Second.
First and second, all in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, motion carried. Comments from the public must be limited to items not on the agenda. Must state the name and address, limited to 5 minutes. Board role is to listen and not discuss them. Personal issues cannot be discussed, nor individual's name. Board is not able to take action at this meeting. I think you're on the agenda here, so you're all right. Okay, nothing up there neither. Okay, action on the action items. Number 7, consider, discuss, act on temporary license extension at El Serapi West LLC, doing business as El Serapi West. Chris, you're on.
Thank you. So Maria Carmen is here. She's the owner of El Serapi, and they're going to have an event on May 4th, and they would like it on the south side of their building in the parking lot, and there's the map there showing what area they would like. And so this is just a temporary liquor extension, just for that one day, not permanent. So they're asking for your approval, and they are here if you have any questions.
Okay, this is standard procedure for extension.
Yes.
Okay. Any questions for the people? I guess nothing.
The only question I would have, Chris, did public safety look at it, since it looks like they're gonna close off that side of the building? Is it still all okay? I don't foresee a problem, but did they take a peek at that?
No, normally they don't look at this, but I can take it down to them tomorrow and get the okay that for, you're saying for like fire lane and everything, correct?
Yeah, because, they're gonna close off that south side of the building. As long as they can get to those two sides and get around, it's probably not gonna be a problem, but I just thought maybe they should take a look at it and give their blessing. But other than that, I'm in favor of it.
Sure, I can double check with them.
Isn't public safety always looking at these when we block something off? Or do we have to ask them for that?
They don't look at this because of the fact that it's temporary.
Temporary.
It's not a special event. and-
Okay.
Right.
Okay. No other questions? I'll obtain a motion.
I'll move to approve it.
A second.
I'll
First and sec-
second.
First and second, all in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carried. Item number 2. Consider, discuss, act on village ordinance, Ashwaubenon ordinance number 01-1-24, amending hours of operations in Class A fermented malt beverage license. Patrick.
Thanks, Gary. So a little bit of a procedural history here with this one. A few months ago, village staff brought a few amendments before committee and then the board when we discussed like the alcohol business plan. On that ordinance, there was another amendment. This is what it was, and it was discussing changing the sale of beer, essentially, the retail sale of beer. So think of your gas stations, liquor stores only for the sale of beer, so the Class A beer license. That ordinance proposed, well, quick backstory, village staff kind of updates and goes through the ordinances from time to time, just seeing if there's any tweaks or modifications that need to be made and change them and bring them forward to committee and board to make them more aligned and in sync with state statutes. So village staff was proposed at that time changing the Class A or beer sales for retail establishments, gas stations, liquor stores, to coincide with state statutes. So state law authorizes anywhere in the state to sell beer essentially from 6 a.m. to midnight any day of the week. Our ordinance was a little different in the sense it put restrictions on from opening and closing times from Monday through Wednesday, and then again those hours changed from Thursday into Sunday. So previously it was, currently right now how the ordinance reads is you can sell beer from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and then 8 a.m. to 12 a.m. Friday through Sunday. So that 12 a.m. into Sunday morning. What staff is proposing, again, is changing that just to allow it to coincide with state statutes, making it easier 6 a.m. to midnight, Monday through Sunday. Why the changes, again, is to make it cleaner, more concise, align with state statutes. But at the same time, more grocery stores, again, have popped up within the village recently, and it's to mainly kind of allow the sale of beer at those, grocery stores, establishments, or any gas stations for that matter, or liquor stores, just to give them that extra time of when they can have deliveries, when they can have the sale of that kind of beer. The village board has asked staff to get public safety's input regarding this. There wasn't necessarily an opposition to this change, but it's more of, until that we make a final decision on the motion, we would like to see what the public safety's input was. We did speak with public safety a number of times on this matter. Some of the individuals that would be here tonight to make a comment on that are currently in another room conducting interviews for potential public safety officer candidates. So I know that public safety does not oppose to these changes. In fact, they actually support the changes in the sense it would make it a lot easier for the officers in the field when they're conducting their license checks to ensure that it's not on different dates, not on different hours. So it's actually, they're in favor of the changes. From a safety perspective, they don't oppose or object to the hour extension before or after. So I'm happy to answer any questions on that.
How do these hours compare to Green Bay and Hobart and all the other surrounding communities to Pier?
That's a good question. You want to weigh in?
I don't know that I could answer the question for each surrounding kind of suburban community, but it's my understanding in the city of Green Bay, they have modeled the statutory language. So 6 a.m. to midnight for Class A beer sales, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. for intoxicating liquor. So we would be consistent with the city of Green Bay's statute, or ordinance, excuse me.
Answer your question? I think some of this came up, there's a particular service, I don't say a convenience store on Oneida Street that asked about this some years ago. And I don't think we gotta worry about that anymore because that place was sold, so, and I don't think it'll be a gas station anymore neither. Anyway, if all is well, I need a motion to approve this.
I'll move to recommend approval of ordinance 04-1-24, amending the hours of operation for Class A fermented malt beverage licenses.
I'll second it.
First and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, consider on item C, consider discussed act on Village of Ashwaubenon ordinance number 04-2-24, amending cigarette and tobacco product licensings. Patrick, again, I believe.
Thank you, Gary. Currently, right now, our ordinance reads that the village staff in the clerk's office can regulate licensing for cigarettes and tobacco. State statutes were just updated or amended recently to include vaping or e-vape devices. You can make an argument that vaping products are also tobacco products, so in theory, we could still regulate licensing them. But again, this is more of just kind of a cleanup to coincide and follow state statutes that we're regulating now as the state authorizes cigarettes, tobacco products, and vaping devices. So again, just following state statutes, kind of a cleanup. And that number two, or part two of there, as you can see, here's an example of a cleanup. We're simply just striking the word treasurer from clerk treasurer. So, yeah, and it's another example of how, as time goes on, we just kind of find these cleanups that are necessary, we bring them forward.
Understanding, everybody?
Yep.
Okay. Everybody's in favor, I need a motion.
I move to recommend to approve, let's see, motion, Village of Ashwaubenon ordinance number 04-2-24, amending cigarette and tobacco product licensing.
Second.
First and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carried. Items for next agenda. Any questions, staff? If there is no more, I would obtain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you very much for attending.
This conference is no longer being recorded.